Who was the first person to reach Mount Everest? Answer: Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary. Who was the first person to reach North Pole? Answer: Robert Peary. Who was the first person to reach South Pole? Answer: Roald Amundsen. Which was the first country to print book? Answer: China. Which was the first country to issue paper currency? Answer: China. Which was the first country to commence competitive examination in civil services? Answer: China. Which was the first country to send man on the moon? Answer: USA. Which was the first country to launch artificial satellite in the space? Answer: Russia. Which was the first country to host the modern Olympics? Answer: Greece. Who was the first human in space? Answer: Yuri Gagarin, Russia. Which was the first country on which the atom bomb was dropped? Answer: Japan. Who was the first president of the USA? Answer: George Washington. Who was the first Prime Minister of Britain? Answer: Robert Walpole. Which was the first country to prepare a constitution? Answer: USA. Which was the first country to host NAM Summit? Answer: Yugoslavia. Who was the first athlete to win an Olympic medal? Answer: James B. Connolly. Which was the first Asian country to reach on Mars? Answer: India. Who were the first to fly aeroplane? Answer: Wright brothers. Which was the first spacecraft to land on Mars? Answer: Mariner 9. Who was the first woman Prime Minister of England? Answer: Margaret Thatcher. Who was the first Muslim Prime Minister of a country? Answer: Benazir Bhutto, Pakistan. Who was the first person to sail around the world? Answer: Ferdinand Magellan. Who was the first woman cosmonaut of the world? Answer: Valentina Tereshkova, Russia. Who was the first woman president of the UN General Assembly? Answer: Vijay Lakshmi Pandit. Who was the first batsman to score 3 Test centuries in 3 successive tests on debut? Answer: Mohammad Azharuddin. Who was the first man to have climbed Mount Everest twice? Answer: Nawang Gombu. Who was the first Chinese traveler to India? Answer: Fahim. Who was the first foreign invader to India? Answer: Aryans. Who was the first person on moon? Answer: Neil Armstrong. Who was the first woman to climb Mount Everest? Answer: Junko Tabe. Who was the first U.S. president to resign presidency? Answer: Richard Nixon. Who is the first woman prime minister of a country? Answer: Sri Mabo Bhandaranaike, Sri Lanka. Who was the first woman president of a country? Answer: Isabel Martinez de Peron, Argentina. Which was the first talkie movie in the world? Answer: The Jazz Singer. Who was the youngest grandmaster of the world in chess? Answer: Sergei Karjakin, Ukraine. Who was the first woman to cross 7 important seas of the world by swimming? Answer: Bula Chaudhary, India. Who was the first Asian city to host Olympics? Answer: Tokyo. Which was the first shuttle to go in space? Answer Colombia. Who was the first woman to win an Olympic gold medal? Answer Charlotte Cooper, UK. What was the name of first atom bomb? Answer Little Boy.